get a giant red block on a wall versus the Mona Lisa. But at the same time, you understand why art is important. You make it yourself, even if you're just doodling on a notepad next to the phone, right? And so one of the reasons that this has become passionate for us is because you don't need to understand blockchain right off the bat, because you understand human connection. You understand making, looking at, enjoying, and experiencing art. Now, when we look at, say, the ETH ecosystem as an example, we've seen that people want to collect it. People want to talk about it. People want to engage with it. And artists, as technology changes, are looking for ways to, basically sell their art, sell themselves, build their brand, and connect with more people. But that looks different in a digital world. It really does. It looks different in a global world. And so one of the reasons that I really want people to think about NFT Showroom and think about what it is and what it can do is because it's part of HIVE's connected ecosystem. So when I started this talk, I said, hey, HIVE can do so much. Why is it important? What does it do? What is it for? Well, for me, over 4 years, part of working on NFT Showroom, part of being a witness, part of starting off as a user, is that HIVE powers sharing. We talk about HIVE power. HIVE powers sharing. HIVE powers art. HIVE powers games. HIVE powers gambling games. It powers information in a ledger that anyone can build anything off of. It tracks social connections. It powers your ability to share, and you can share anything. And that, to me, is what's at the core of HIVE, whether that's intensely technical or it is intensely beautiful and is connected to art. So, since this whole thing is supposed to be about NFT Showroom, let's come back to the project now that I've kind of given you some of my background. We launched in July 2020. And we launched with a couple of different goals because we were watching as many artists share on their blog. They share the things that they create on their blog. But we saw a lot of people being attracted to the ETH ecosystem because NFTs have been exploding, these non-fungible tokens built in an ETH ecosystem. So an artist goes, oh, there's a way for me to monetize. Okay, cool. One of the things that we saw, obviously, is artists coming into the blockchain space. Many artists aren't technical. That is a huge leap for them. That's not to say everyone, but that's a fair statement. Crypto in general is a big leap for people who haven't experienced it. And they ran into gas fees and network congestion and some of the incredible barriers that exist in the ETH ecosystem. And so one of the biggest problems for people was, wait. I just made this. I have to spend $70 and I can't even sell it? What? I don't understand. And that's been a huge issue. And here we are over on HIVE going, yeah, fast, free, easy transactions. Hello? So that was sort of the beginning of where NFT Showroom came from. More importantly, when you create a wallet address, an account on HIVE, so you can use NFT Showroom, artists all of a sudden have a world of sharing opened up to them. An artist can start live streaming to Vim TV or 3Speak as they do a process video. They can create a post on any of the front ends to show the process or to talk about their inspiration, or to create a homepage to send people to when somebody asks, why do you make your art? They can decide to start playing games with their fans. And there's never a question of, am I actually playing with the legendary Julia Onsford? Of course I am, because her keys are hers, her account is hers. And so all of a sudden, they're not just opened up to what can be done for them on NFT Showroom, which I'm going to tell you about, but the entire world of HIVE is opened up to them. And so we don't have to tell them about HIVE. We bring them in using NFT Showroom. And I will say that in the last couple months, we have onboarded every time I look over my shoulder, I'm checking my time. We've onboarded well over 100 people, and many of them have come out of the ETH ecosystem, and they've become so excited for what's possible here on HIVE. Now, like I said, I could talk about HIVE all day. I often do. But I'm here to tell you more about NFT Showroom. So I've already told you about our goals. Our goals are to create an easy, beautiful, accessible platform for artists that have less fees than ETH, that is fast, that has the ability to usher people into onboarding, but also that will help with the benefits of what an NFT brings, which is history tracked in a ledger, an ability to transact value across borders, and actually, in some ways, a simple sort of history that shows, hey, this is my art. I created it. Here it is, locked in the ledger forever. Now, we don't do the same thing as a lot of the big platforms. With open onboarding, we do simple person-to-person checks to try and help, defend against plagiarism. But we don't want to gatekeep art, just like we don't want to gatekeep the blockchain. So for us, we have a lot of really cool current statistics. We have 425 artists that we have onboarded, verified, and whitelisted, which means they can tokenize artwork. And we've got, in general, shy of about 1,000 unique users who have logged into the site. We're not talking about have looked at the site, have logged in to actively use the site. Now, this is only a couple months old, and we haven't actually done very much outreach. So this is really exciting to me. And actually, week over week, about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we had more sales on NFT Showroom than Rarible, which is one of the biggest platforms on Ethereum. Now, that's incredible, but it's also a great indication that people in our ecosystem want to support each other. You know, we see artists who sell work come back and collect from other people. There is the idea of, hey, I can build value and I can use this ecosystem in so many ways, but I also want to be a part of other people's journeys. And that is one thing that Hive has. You know, we say Hive powers sharing, but Hive has a community. And that whole community is available to you the second that you join Hive. It's not big. You don't join Hive because you know that's where all the eyeballs are. But you join Hive to empower yourself with a tool set that you can then take out to the world and say, look at me, look what I did. Come play games with me. You know, if you want to send me a tip, go ahead. It's so easy. You want to buy something from me and I'll send you physical merch? No problem. Let's use an encrypted memo. Come on NFT Showroom and check out everything that I've created. Now I'm going to run out of time for questions, so I'm going to quickly let you guys know a little bit about our current features and our roadmap. I'm going to fire through them as quick as I can. Our current features are obviously you can tokenize, you can sell, or you can just gift an NFT. And we've seen cool stuff with that. We've seen people sending out physical merchandise alongside the NFT. We've seen people doing contests where maybe the NFT, you don't buy it for Hive, but you actually have to become part of that performance piece. It's cool. Just come check it out and you'll see when you start exploring the artwork what everybody's come up with. We also have unlockables. So in many cases, when you see the NFT on the website, you may see a low res version, or maybe there'll be, something special that goes along with it. When you purchase, you get offered an unlockable. If you're an artist, you may use it, you may not. It's your choice. We want to give you options. We have a curated feed, which means we pick and we feature stuff all the time. But we also allow you to create your own feed. So even if you're not an art collector, maybe you just want to look at it. You want to appreciate it. You can come to NFT Showroom. You can log in. You can start loving things, going down the feed. And it's just like another interface. You will just get a daily feed of art from artists you like. You don't have to vote on it or anything. You like it, you have it, you experience it, you engage with it. So that's, and we also have a PeakD badge, and we've started doing D-City auctions as well. There's more integration with other things in the ecosystem coming. We're working on that. So the roadmap is the final thing that I want to talk to you guys about. And we've got a couple of really exciting things coming. One of them is DSwap. And that's basically going to be that people will be able to use outside cryptocurrencies to come and pay for their tokens on NFT Showroom. That's it. You want to bring your ETH, you want to make an account with ETH, you want to jump in and get away from that blockchain for a little bit or explore something else, bring it. No big deal. We're going to show you why you're going to love Hive. We have bidding that's coming because that's been something that is really common across other sites that we don't have yet. it's a little bit more of a challenge. We want to do it right. We want to do it securely. So bidding will be allowed for people that are going to want to do it. So auctions. And we have improved artist discovery coming because that's something that's really hard with a fire hose of information like our blockchain. So how do we help artists share themselves with the world? What tools can we build for them so they will say, hey, this is my NFT showroom page. Come check it out. Now, I've hit my time. I'm not going to be able to do too many questions unless maybe Roland thinks it's okay. But I will say one of the last things is a big thank you to Roland. He kind of blew my surprise out of the water. We will be keeping the NFT showroom world alive and open, the one that he built. But I, in the background, and the team will be building our own. We're going to hold events there. We're going to link it up with other ecosystems. We're going to look at even potentially using VR solutions from inside our ecosystem so that when artists come to NFTshowroom.com, they will be able to offer a VR gallery in their browser to people who want to look at their work. We've got so many things that we want to empower people with. But if there's one takeaway from this talk that I'm giving you today that isn't, please go check out NFTshowroom.com. If it's not that, then remember that Hive powers sharing. Remember that even though we started coming here because you can blog and maybe get some votes and some money, it turns out this ecosystem is so much bigger than that. What does social value look like to you? What does social value mean and what creates it? Sharing is the basis for everything. Is it code? Is it art? Is it pictures? Is it games? It doesn't matter. You can do it and you can build it on Hive. Is that okay? Come find me later if you need more info. I'm sorry I blew your questions. Bye.
Amazing as always.
Thank you very much, Grimmy. Thanks a
More
lot.
and more talkative
For
today.
those of you who didn't do it yet, please visit the NFT Art Gallery show. 40 artworks are presented in a great museum area. Plus, there is a piano. You can play some pling plong, pling plong plong. And lastly, there is also a game of chess. If you feel like waiting for me to load up the next slide, then you can play maybe even a full game of chess